Hey everybody, I know it's been a long time since I've posted a vlog. I'm going to try and be a lot more consistent. First one here isn't actually anything about animation, it's about going to record my very first audiobook. I've got the Kindle version, I've got the print version, and now it's time to do that audiobook version. So I've just made a quick little vlog here so that I can show you guys the process in case you're trying to do something like this yourself. It's just going to be super short. I'm going to try and keep this within like 7 minutes or something like that, and just go over the points of what I did, what went wrong, what went right. Then I'm going to do a second post about how I did all the editing, and then upload it to ACX. If you've already read my first book, then you know that the audiobooks are really important to me because I haven't got a whole lot of time to sit there and read through a bunch of books, or it takes me a lot longer to find the time to read or to stay awake long enough to read because I've got so much going on. So I'll put an audiobook on while I'm like driving to work or cutting the grass or something where I still can't be reading, but I can still be absorbing a book. Also, it's really important for accessibility. I'm not an audio recording expert. I don't know a whole lot about this kind of thing. So in order to not waste time, I wanted to learn what I needed to learn as quick as I could so I can get this done and move on to the next thing. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time experimenting or reinventing the wheel, so I just looked for a quick online course so I could get the information I needed, get in, get out. Of course, I first started looking around YouTube and I found little bits and pieces of information, but there wasn't anything that could just kind of get me on the road fast, or that I just didn't like the quality of some of the stuff I was looking at. So I did happen to stumble across a really good short online course by Derek Depker called Audiobook Made Easy. I was able to whip through the course quickly and get the answers I needed. Again, if you've read my first book, then you remember when I talked about how the most important aspect of any kind of training, if it's school or an online course or whatever, is qualified feedback. Well, Derek offers that in this course. You can send him a sample and he'll assess the quality of it for you and give you answers or help you out to figure out how to make it just right. All right, now that I was ready, I had my information, I was ready to start recording. Lucky for me, I didn't have to go and set up my own home studio or go and spend a lot of money to go to a professional recording studio. I had the perfect opportunity on my doorstep. So I'm heading into the Westside Learning Lab, part of the Okanagan Library, to try and do my first audiobook recording. They've got a whole lab set up here where you can do sound recording, they can do 3D printing, they can transfer videos to digital, all sorts of stuff. There's Seven. Hey, Seven.
Hello, Chris.
So, time to record this audiobook. Take me to the booth.
Sure, go ahead.
Excellent, show me where it is here. Thanks. This is really exciting.
It's our secret access only zone. There we go.
Cool. Nice. Thank you. Perfect.
Enjoy.
We get started. So right off the bat, I learned how important it is to warm up before any performance. Okay, here we go. Second track. Okay, here we go. First ever audiobook recording session. Never done an audiobook before, especially not my own book. Actually, this could be kind of fun. Maybe I want to do some narration or voice acting work after this. All right, here we go. La 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 la. Get the voice working. Hopefully it stays working while we do this. How to Animate, Book 1. How to animate? How to Animate, Book 1. Advancing your animation. I already screwed it up. Come on, voice. You can behave. How to Animate, Book 1. Advancing your animation beyond the basics. A Guide to Becoming a Top Animator. By Chris DeRoche. Read by Chris DeRoche. Copyright 2018, Cobblestone Media. Cobblestone Media. And how important it is to make sure that the mic stand is tight.
Let's raise this up.
So you're supposed to be about 6 inches away from the mic, and I can tell from watching the video I was too far away. Not only does it affect the sound quality, but it makes it easier for the mic to pick up room noise. And I had a hell of a time trying to edit that out later. So I naively thought I could get through this in about 3 hours, because I knew it was about a 3-hour read for that book. Yeah, it took a lot longer than that. After about 4 hours, I was about halfway through the book and my mouth was exhausted. Not only that, but as I started getting too hot or too tired, I would start missing words and not even noticing. Well, that's what retakes are for, right?
Books.
You need to...
I should do the whole book in gibberish. That would be awesome.
At least I kept my sense of humor and didn't let myself get too frustrated.
No. Oh, God. Lips, start working. Group 2 teaches specific, gotta work on those S's, in various work situations. Situations. Yes, I shall do the rest of this book as Sean Connery. I think I need to open my mouth a bit more, and that's what's going on. Chris must learn to open his mouth more.
Like I said, I'm no audio recording expert, but here's the gist of what I learned from my short course and from my experimentation and screwing up in my first ever attempts at this. I was using Audacity for this because it's free, it's what the course was based on, and it's what they had installed on the computer in the library. So when you're setting up to record, make sure to test the microphone. Look at the peak meter and make sure it doesn't go beyond -6. Use headphones so you can get a better sense of what the mic is actually picking up. Turn up the gain until your voice sounds good, but pay attention to your distance from the mic and try and stay consistent. Take note of what the settings are. You might have to come back and do more recording later, or worse, retakes. And you need it to sound the same. So if your settings are different, then the quality of your voice is going to be different. It's not just about the volume. In the next video, I'll show you my editing process and the headaches I had because of inconsistent sound quality.
Water.
So I thought it would be a great idea to drink some water every now and then, keep my mouth wet. But that's the problem, is then you can hear a nice wet mushy mouth in the recording later. Nobody likes that. So when you screw up when you're recording, put down a marker. I think on the Mac it was Command B, I think it's Control B on a PC. You should also label where the chapters are and any sub-chapters as well. It makes it a lot easier later when you're going to cut the whole thing up. If you don't want to have to cut out a lot of breath sounds later, try this. Take a deep breath, hold it for 1 second, then say your line. Nobody really minds that much about breath sounds within a sentence, but at the very beginning, you don't want to start with a blah, 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 because it doesn't sound good. It gets a little annoying to listen to that every single sentence. It's way easier if you leave that little bit of silence. Also, do yourself a huge favor. Wherever it is you're recording, there is going to be some room noise. You've got to leave a couple of seconds, maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 seconds of just room noise. Be as quiet as you can. Record that room noise, because later you're going to have to take a sample of that and you're going to use it to try and eliminate all the room sound automatically from your whole recording. And if your sample is too short, it's not going to work so well. Remember, you've got to read the book exactly as it was written, word for word. You can't miss any words, you can't change any words, or ACX will reject it. ACX, by the way, is where you're going to upload this stuff later. They're the ones that are owned by Amazon. When you send the audiobook to them, it gets uploaded to Audible, Amazon, and iTunes. So remember when I was saying I didn't have a whole lot of time for reading books? Well, that's the sun rising there right now. Okay, so here we've gone through the night again. I'm going to finish this up, go to sleep. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the editing process, all right? Good night.